Alright, y'all, over here in the sawmill now, getting unloaded this morning. I hate wintertime. Anybody that works outside knows what I'm talking about. It sucks. We have way more problems every time in the winter than we do in the summer. It doesn't even get that cold over here. It's around the mid upper 20s, something like that. I don't remember how cold it was this morning, but it just generally gives more problems. And this is Monday of this week, and last week on Tuesday I stopped at an intersection to let the cars go by, and I let it on the clutch. It wouldn't go anywhere. It said it was in gear, but it wouldn't go anywhere. I think, I don't know what you call it, it's a little box on the back of the transmission, and it was air coming out of the box. It wasn't a busted line or anything going to the box. It was the box itself. So it's froze a piece of trash in it or whatever. So finally got that going, just dealing with it and waiting for it to stop. Dumped the air tanks. I've dumped them several times over this week. And then Thursday or Friday, I think it was, then it hung in gear. Same intersection, geared down to second gear, and then it stayed in second gear. Wouldn't go up, wouldn't go down, wouldn't go back to reverse, wouldn't go to neutral. I got off of the road and it still wouldn't come out of gear. I finally just had to cut it off in gear, and I sat there probably about 2 minutes, and it made a noise like a air thing, and then it went back into neutral. So I cranked it up then, and I took the truck back home because I was scared to drive it. I figured something might be wrong with it. I need to replace or whatever, but we couldn't find anything wrong with it. So I went ahead and I hauled a couple loads with it Friday and didn't have any problems with it. And then this morning I left out a little after 5. I went out there at 4:30 and cranked the truck, let it warm up, and I left about 5:20 or something, or 30, whatever. But well, no, it was about 4:45 when I cranked the truck, and I let it warm up about 30 minutes before I left with it. Then when I got to the end of my road, which is about a mile, it acted up again. It did the same thing it did last Tuesday, where it was leaking air and wouldn't go in gear, forward or reverse, either one. So, I stuck there and drained the air tanks again. I took my little hand torch under there and heated that little piece on the transmission. Not a whole lot, because it's all plastic and seals in it. I don't want to mess nothing up, but just in case it was half froze or something, that I could, melt the ice out of it. And I did that for a little while, and it still didn't do any better. So I just got back in the truck for a while, and about, 10 minutes later, then it went ahead and quit leaking, and I backed up and pulled up a couple times to make sure it would go, and it did fine. So I went on up the road and got the load, and when I got up there and got the load, I went ahead and drained the tanks again, and then I got the load and come over here. But the week before last or something, when it was real cold, I put some of that airline antifreeze in the truck, and it looks like when I drained the tanks, that's what's coming out of the bottom mainly, more than water. So I don't know, it could be, we've never had an automatic truck like this. The manual and stuff is fine, but it may be that stuff doesn't work well in the the automatic things that they've got going on in there, moving parts and stuff. So I'm going to keep draining the tanks and just try to get all that back out of it, and hope I don't have any other problems. A buddy of mine says he thinks that piece on the back is bad, and honestly I don't even know what you call that thing, but we're going to try to find that and see how it goes.